I hope you brought your Bible because I'm about to take you to church. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new, welcome to the channel. My name is Michelle Expert, and I hope that you're going to enjoy all the content on this channel, and that is to come. So, today's video, like I said, I hope you brought your Bibles because I'm about to take you to church a little bit, okay? Not necessarily take you to church, but I'm going to share with you an aha moment that I had that is so personal to me that I'm just like, I gotta share it with you guys, and I hope that it does speak to someone. I hope that it encourages, somebody that might be in this position that I was in. Y'all know that I think like any other, I don't even deem alone, but it's not go all of us, periodically every now and then over different things, right? And so here's what happened. Let me narrate the story to you first, and then we can then talk about the lesson behind it. So we were driving we went to Braamfontein. We're driving in Braamfontein, and I just suddenly became so quiet because as we were driving through Braam, I remembered 2017, 2018, when I got not 2018. I think it was like 2016, 2017. Don't quite remember. But I had gotten like one of my really, really, really great jobs, like my breakthrough jobs. I just recently bought a car, being independent, moved out of the house, bought like a super entry level, car. But I was driving and I was so excited, and I was working in Braam, and just something about driving through that space just reminded me of where I was back in the day. And I remember that morning I was just feeling like unproductive. I was like, a couple of payments were late, so I was like slightly low on cash, and I was just feeling like maybe I'm not working hard enough. When one thing sets you off and then all of a sudden like everything is wrong. I was having one of those mornings, and that drive just kind of reminded me of where I was, and I just pushed it back. I didn't think much of it, And then as we were driving back, we were at the robots, and as we were at the robots, there was an older man who was driving next to us. It was like a double road facing the same direction, and by us I mean my partner and I. And he literally said something about how he loves the car that my partner's driving, and it's his dream car, and he really, one day wants to drive a car like this, and And I remember the conversations I've been having with my partner of him, like feeling like he also wants to get a new car because this car is old, and all of that stuff. And then I brought this back to myself, and I thought to myself, I've been feeling a certain way most of the morning, right? And this made me feel more like I'm stagnant and my life is not moving and And what happened between going to Braamfontein and also now this interaction between this gentleman and my partner made me realize that number one, you are living in someone else's prayer. That for me was a huge aha moment, because I realized that where we are right now in our lives, even if we are not entirely happy about it, even if we obviously want more, but where you are right now, somebody out there is praying, crying tears to God to just be at the level that you are at, and this literally took me back to that time when I used to work in Braamfontein many years ago, around 2017. And whenever I just started thinking about this, it was 2016, 17, yeah. And I just started thinking about it, and I thought about how I bought my first car, which was a funny story, right? And I thought about how, like, guys, when I say I bought, it was a Hyundai Getz, like a second-hand white Hyundai Getz. But that was the best thing in my life at that time, because I'd been putting money away and I desperately wanted a car so bad. It's something that I felt like, oh, you know what, I would really like kind of achieve, this, like I would just feel more accomplished if I bought myself a car. And I didn't care what car it was. I just wanted something to move me from like point A to point B. And I bought a car, and it was really the best car car in the world to me at that time. I remember right after I bought the car, that same week, I bought Kaya Mteto and the Uprising CD. Guys, go ahead and get a CD, okay? And every morning to work, I would basically play that CD and be so grateful. The Uprising album. So grateful to God, because this just felt like a huge achievement, right? And the amount of money I was earning then, I was just like, yo, this is like good money, right? Of which, when I look now into my life, I sometimes can make that amount of money in a day from like a speaking gig or whatever the case is, and it just made me realize that besides the fact that I'm living in someone else's prayer, I am also living in my answered prayer. Because I remember when I was at that time and I was working and, being pusher and all of that, one of the things that I really was praying to God for is that I become self-employed. I was really grateful for the job, but part of the vision for my life was that I wanted to eventually work for myself. I wanted to eventually be on social media. I wanted to eventually create content, but be so independent in my business that I don't need a corporate job, to eventually like survive in my life. And that is where I am right now. So that, I think for me, it just changed my perspective. And then it also connected me to the incident I'm telling you about with my partner. And I literally said this to him, I was like, you know what, we are living in other people's prayers, because it doesn't matter what more you want, but where you are right now, somebody wants to get there, somebody's yearning for that. And because where you are also right now, somebody out there, or you, where you are, you have always dreamt of being in this position. And it just really opened my eyes up to be so grateful for what I have right now, to be so grateful of the life that I have created for myself and the life that God has graced me with more than anything. Just to never be so comfortable and complacent with the fact that, well, now I'm self-employed, I've been self-employed for a long time, and it's just whatever. It's not whatever, and as much as I have to work hard, I can decide to wake up at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning and start work at 11, but I wouldn't do that when I was at corporate. And those things are like important. They mean a lot to me. I can decide to dedicate my day to my daughter, and I wouldn't even have to like answer to anybody or lose anything or be worried. And those are things I don't take for granted. And I'm sharing this with you because I realize that sometimes we can be so comfortable in what we prayed for that we forget how much we wanted it before. Sometimes we can be so comfortable in the life that we live that we forget that there are other people that absolutely would do anything to have what we have, no matter how small it is. So this is just a call for gratitude. This is just a call to realize that you are where you need to be, and you want more, you deserve more, you are going to get more. God's going to give you more. But while we are on our way to more, let's not take for granted where we are and where we also have come from. Let's not take... I was telling my partner how stressful my Monday gets was, but I loved it so much. I don't know if you guys should know these things, but when you close a window, that window with those circles where you have to do this to all the time. And I mean, that Monday gets wasn't brand new, it was second hand. So that little turning thing was not nice smooth. I sometimes had to do it with both of my hands to like close the window when it's raining and I'm in traffic or I'm driving, but it was just my joy. It made me so happy. Nikki Kenya CD, it didn't have a charging port, so I had to buy like Silonyana South Kenya so that I can put my charge. You know what? It was an old car, but it was mine, and I bought it and I loved it so much. And now I look back, and now in my position right now in life, I'm just like, oh, this is what I want. I want a car like this, and I want a car like this. But I literally remember that very same day making a silent prayer to God and saying, God, may I never forget how far I've come. May I never forget the blessings that you've given me in my pursuit for more. And I just want to bring that to you and encourage you and share that with you and say, you are going to get what you want to get. Just don't take for granted where you are right now. So this is just a simple message, a simple piece of, encouragement, warmth. I don't know how you want to take it. I did say I'm going to take you to church, and I hope that was church enough, and church is finished. But I just wanted to share that with you guys because it was such an aha moment, and I think it's really changed how I look at things over the past few days. It's really changed how I, relate to what I have. I think I've started handling myself and the things that I have with more gratitude. And as I look forward and pray for more and realize that I'm in such a fortunate position to just have the little that I have. It might not be a lot. It might not be extravagant. It might not be where I really want to get. But I'm grateful that in this journey, I am where I am at this particular time. You get me? So yeah, that was really what I wanted to share with you guys. So thank you once again for always watching my YouTube videos to this point. I hope this spoke to somebody. I hope it really ignited something to someone. I hope that, it really instated a different level of gratitude to someone. That whatever you have at this point in time is an answered prayer for you. You are literally living on your answered prayer, and you're also living in someone else's prayer that they're hoping to get to. So have yourselves a beautiful one. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and put the notification bell on so that you're notified every single time I post a video. Okay, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.